All right, so once again, I'm going to say it. President Trump ushers in a new high water mark for deregulation. Joining us now is Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville. Senator, welcome, as always. 107 executive orders in 67 days, and a lot of them are deregulation orders, which is often overlooked, Senator Tuberville, but this is a key element of Trump economic growth policy, and I'm kind of pushing it tonight, and I wonder what you were thinking.
Any way we can get the economy going, Larry, as you said, the Biden administration just hammered the American people with regulations. And tomorrow I'm dropping a bill called the Financial Freedoms Act. And it allows families and individuals to invest their retirement funds into crypto. Now, President Trump has become the crypto president. And we want to help him with this. This will be something good for everybody. Diversify. It's a free country. Do what you want with your money. But the Biden administration, they didn't want anything to do with crypto.
Well, and the other thing is, you know, they didn't want anything to do with investing in fossil fuels. They didn't want anything to do that didn't have meet their DEI or ESG. I mean, it's a whole new game that Trump has done, and he's done it through executive orders. And I think it's going to make a world of difference. I mean, it won't kick in. The whole package has to, you know, we got to get the tax cuts through, and we got to figure the trade policy. But this whole thing completely transforms and reopens the economy, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. The only way we can get our economy open is from executive orders, because we can't get the Democrats to agree with us on anything up here. They are fighting Trump tooth and nail. They don't want anything to do with any of his policies. So President Trump just needs to keep on hammering these executive orders, drop regulation, give people a chance to breathe for once. In the last 4 years, they have been strangled to death in the economy. Let them do what they do best, is invest their money.
And also, another one, related matter, but it sounds like Mr. Trump is going to give a Rose Garden speech to announce his tariffs, all right, Liberation Day on Wednesday. I think that's a hell of a good idea, if that is correct. I mean, I don't think it should be something quick. I think you should lay it out. Make it clear, as Wilbur Ross said, make it clear, make it simple, so that Americans can understand. We got a problem. The world trading system's been broken for decades. It's unfair. It treats us horribly, and we got to do something about it. It's going to be a big thing. You think he's going to give a speech? Would you recommend to him that he give a full speech?
Yeah, Larry's got to communicate. People in my state back in Alabama, they're asking me questions when I go out. Coach, what about the tariffs? What, you know, are they going to hurt us for the long run or short run? President Trump needs to communicate to the American people of what he's doing, why he's doing it. And I want him to tell everybody, listen, we have built China, the American people on the backs of the American people. We have built Europe. We have built the Middle East. All the money, most of the money to come invest in all these other countries and these continents have been built on the backs of the American people. It's time for money to come back home to the American people so we can build our country the way we want to build it. It's time to start our own party and not allow the rest of the country to, you know, just take money from the American people right and left, as they've done for years and years and years.
And I think the whole package, you got to look at, there's tax cuts, there's deregulation, there's the energy reform back to fossil fuels where applicable, and there's the new fair trading. That's his package. You know, people like to cherry pick it. One day the stock market goes down, people start yelling about tariff tantrums. You got to look at the whole package, and it's not going to be his economy until that whole package goes through.
Exactly, and Larry, I think that this is one thing that President Trump has got to sell. But it's also going to work, but it's going to be a slow pain first before we get to gain. We have to get jobs back in this country. We have to get manufacturing to come back. We can't control that as a Senate. The one thing that we can control, as you said, we can control the tax cuts. We have to get those done, and we have to get it done this week. And we'll let President Trump do the tariffs. We do the tax cuts. Get the debt limit put in with this reconciliation. Fund the border wall, fund all the immigration process that's going on. We have to get back to business up here. We've been dragging our feet, but I think with the tariffs this week and also the budget reconciliation that we'll do for the tax cuts, I think it's all going to come together. hopefully one big, beautiful bill, Larry, but we'll see.
Well, I've been pushing that for a long time. You know, Mr. Thune, Senate Majority Leader John Thune says this week you get a Senate budget resolution, you'll get a decision by the parliamentarian. That'll get us well on the way to getting Mr. Trump's entire package done. Is he truth-telling? Will Mr. Thune be proven to be a correct prognosticator, or is this going to drag on, Senator Tuberville?
No, it's got to be done this week. Next week will be the last week before the week recess for Easter. President Trump has wanted it done before we get into really the first week of April. This is the best time to do it. If we're going to get it done, we need to do it now. We need to buckle up, do our job. If we got to stay up here every night, all through the weekend, we have to get this done, Larry. The American people have to know that the tax cuts are going to be done and done permanently.
Heck, permanent tax cuts, sir. I'll stay up with you all night, whatever it takes. Senator Tommy Tuberville from the great state of Alabama. Thank you for your wisdom, sir, as always. All right, joining me now.